Well, checking out my aux in circuit.
Responsibilities, expectations. My whole life is planned out.
So,
Preparing for the day
seems to be working pretty good.
My mother, she's in charge of every single day of my life.
Does it mute? Yes, it does mute. So, my thought here would be I'm using the inverter to charge the laptop. The laptop hasn't been plugged in a couple months, so yeah, it's charging. But I am having to run, let's see if the inverter, yeah. So I either need a better inverter or it all depends on that. So if I plug the charge back in, everything's fine. So yeah, I'm going to dig that other inverter out and see what it does.
Perfection. But everyone...
Well, I was suspecting the power cord on this inverter was causing a pretty big voltage drop. So I went and found a heavy duty connector. It's actually on spade terminals, so it can be unplugged. And I've got it hooked up to the inverter now. And remember in the first test, we tried this 3.5 amp jigsaw and it wouldn't power it. Well, guess what? Now I do still get a voltage drop. But yeah, that's working a lot better. So now I got to figure out how to get that plug to where I can plug it in from outside. I might be able to feed it through one of these holes. So let me decide what I want to do here. But yeah, shorten them leads, and that definitely helped the inverter out. Well, I found out a couple things. Bluetooth is paired up with my smartphone over there, and when that thing rings, 99% time it's spam, but it mutes the radio. So I guess that's cool. Power inverter actually works pretty good right there. So I made it permanent. It's fastened down. And I'm coming into some thoughts on how do I want to get the power from there to outside. So first thought I come up with was maybe mounting a power outlet there with the cover. It's an awful lot of cutting, so don't know if I want to do that. Plus it would make a shock hazard, being these are open. The only way around that would be to put a box in there. Takes up a lot of room. The other option I came up with, I found this to where I could mount that in there. Still a lot of cutting, but then the power cord would fit down through that. And I think my third option is just to take my round file and file a little divot that this cord can sit down in and allow me to close the lid, and I can just run a power strip out there. So I'm really leaning towards doing this, and I might do it right here in the center, and that way it can go straight down and plug into there. Plug it in, and then we'll have a little divot right there that the cord could ride out on, and I can store this inside the box. So yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I got some varnish left over. Once I file that down to where that fits in there, then I can revarnish that. But yeah, but since I got the power inverter working pretty decent right there, and I can upgrade it later on, maybe put a 600 watt in there and still use all the connectors. So I'll probably be looking for one of those. Yeah, just a quick update. Well, let's see how well this is going to work. Inverter's on, and my file is kind of thin, so I got out the drum sander and we're going to run the Dremel off the inverter. I don't hear it screaming yet. Yep. Just lost my... Did I get it far enough though? Not quite. Let me get another sander thing. Let me go check it. I bet you it's spam. Yep. Spam. I don't answer them. Alright, so I put you over on this side so you can watch the voltage. Here we go. Yep, that'll do her. I just gotta blow all that out and varnish it up. But yeah, we should be able to close the lid with no problem. So that's how I'm gonna get power out of it. And it's working fine. Okay, some of you guys may have been wondering, did I invent a perpetual power machine? So I've been running the inverter in this fan for a little while, and the voltage is down to 11.4 volts. So what happens, I unplug the fan, and if you notice, there's nothing hooked up on the back of the box. We have the inverter power on. So what happens if I plug this wall wart charger in, and it should be putting out about 19 volts, and I plug it in, will the voltage go up or down? So I'm charging the internal battery. We'll come back. We'll see if the voltage goes up or down. It's 11.8 volts. Well, I actually seen it there. It went to 11 from 8 to 9. So it is charging. Interesting. So basically, I'm running the inverter off the batteries, and then I've got this 1 amp wall wart plugged into the inverter, and then plugged back in, charging the batteries. What do y'all think? You think that's viable? Let me know.